So this happened a few years ago at a company retreat. I was sitting down in a table of analysts and I naturally asked about, what are you doing this weekend? And one of them answered, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. And I looked at this person excited for a new life event. I couldn't stop asking myself, I wonder how old this person is. And immediately I realized I was comparing myself at 30 to someone who was 22. And this feeling continues on, whether it's love life, a promotion at work, or just in general. And it sucks. Hello, this is Eugen. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm a management consultant based in Boston. I am 33. I keep saying this because now I realize I don't have that many months left until I say I'm 34. Today, let's talk about feeling like you're never enough, feeling behind, especially in your 30s. The pressure, the reality, and hopefully some ways to rewrite your timeline. As I left the office and coming back home, I was catching up with my sister who's in Korea. And we were talking about how everyone looks like they have it together. They're married, they have kids, they have a family, they're doing well in their career. And here I am trying to still get my green card, single in my 30s, and sitting on the floor with my pajama on. It's this yucky feeling that I've had struggle to make it go away. And maybe it's not meant to go away. I thought by my 30s, I would really have it all figured out together. Growing up, I thought that I always knew what I wanted to do, or at least was going after small milestones. Go to this school, get this internship, get this job, get this specific score, find a place to live in the city, grow my career. But really, life wasn't that linear. And I know there were many things that happened to us, especially in 2020. I thought by my 30s, I would reap the benefits of the hard work of my 20s. It just kept I'm going towards the boss level, it's getting harder and not easy. What's going on? Why am I living life on hard mode? Especially I feel this way because I know what my parents' life was like when they were my age. By 28, my mom had met my dad and had me. And by 30, she had my younger sister. Things were different back then, but I feel like every year it's not easy. I don't know what it is, but maybe there are some things that are planted in our life that makes us think you're supposed to feel like that. You're supposed to feel you're not good enough. You're supposed to try harder, but it just seems like it's getting further away. So why do I feel like I'm constantly behind? Or why do you feel like you're behind? I think there are two things that really come into play. One is the whole societal expectation that 30 is a big number to celebrate. It's probably one of your biggest decade. When you're 20, you're most likely still in school and everything still feels fresh, that you don't have major milestones to compare it against. Do you actually remember your 10th birthday when you're in your 20s? No, it feels like really far away. But by the time you're 30, you kind of have an idea of how the past few years, the past decade have been like too. Growing up in Korea, I remember the specific Korean drama called 내 이름은 김삼순. And it portrayed the woman in her 30s as someone who is unwanted, a leftover. So that's the societal expectations sometimes the media portrayed. On the other hand, now that we're living in this day and age of technology, there's also a lot of social media comparison. So 2022 was the year that I deleted TikTok. And this year, 2025, is the year that I got rid of my Instagram on my phone. I feel infinitely better. And I think it's because I don't have to go through a scroll to see someone's life update. And it's just a constant visual reminder of where I am in my life. Absent of these things, the checkboxes that I wanted not being fulfilled. And you think Instagram is bad? Welcome to the age of LinkedIn. Once you start working and get updates on, I am happy to announce this and that. Yeah, it gets to you. I mean, earlier last year when I was really trying to go for promotion, I got great reviews but didn't make it. I saw another friend who graduated the same year as me in business school get her promotion. I don't know this person very well. I'm sure she tried really hard, but there was this ugly jealousy that I felt I wanted to ignore. That I obviously don't know this person's story, but it was really hard for me to feel genuinely happy for someone when I felt like my life wasn't going so well. And it's really an ugly feeling and I wanted to change that. How do I want to change this constant nagging feeling that keeps bringing me down? First, I started being honest with my feelings. When I feel like I'm behind, I need to really start accepting it. It's okay. We're human. And I started to understand, what are my triggers? Is it social media post? Is it something that someone said? Is it my gray hair growing on my forehead? All these visual reminders were mostly external. It didn't necessarily come from me. When I'm by myself, reading a book or going for a walk, I'm not as bothered. It was only when I started going through my email, my LinkedIn, or some sort of social media, reading a text about someone's update, that just made me feel I'm not good enough. After identifying that trigger, I realized that what I needed to work on more was really reframing how I want my 30s and beyond to look like. There are two ways to interpret this. Some people bloom later in life. That's really true. I didn't know this until recently, but Vera Wong designed her first dress when she was 40. So some talent takes time to bloom, and it's all the experiences that you've had in your life that builds up to your greatness. Maybe you'll say, Yujin, but I don't want to be a designer. Or some people are just talented and they just didn't know and have the opportunity. Yes, I get that. You could probably even say that that's one person's story. On the flip side, that could be your story that you rewrite. Another narrative that I want to share is not a lot of people live until their 30s. I talk about this briefly in my therapy video, but I had a resident who had committed suicide. It happens. There were instances when someone I was close with got in a horrible accident. And if anything, I need to be grateful that I have gray hair, that I am capable of feeling sad. I am capable of continuing on my life. These are real feelings that you are alive and that you are healthy. Because last year I've been feeling really stuck in this whole rat race, me trying to get a promotion, me trying to prove something out of myself. I was actually interviewing to different places. And in one interview, I was asked this question, Yujin, what is your 5-year plan? This is actually a very common interview question you get asked. But in that moment, I had to pause and be very honest with my answer. I told them, I actually don't have a 5-year plan. Because sometimes it scares me to say, okay, in 5 years, I'm going to be 38. Well, I didn't necessarily say that, but how I framed the question was, I don't have a 5-year plan because what I try to go for is making sure I make every day count. And the questions that I ask myself are, am I showing up with my full personality? Am I comfortable being me every day? Am I solving the problems that I want to? Is this something that excites me from day to day? And the last question is, am I surrounding myself with the people that I want to become? The people that I admire, the people that I respect? As long as I make sure I answer these 3 questions, then I'm doing okay. What I'm feeling right now, and what maybe you're feeling too about feeling behind, that you're not enough, is quite natural. I'm not going to say that I have the perfect solution to get rid of it, but maybe it's time for us to rewire and ask the questions differently. You've probably achieved quite a lot in your life so far. What are they? Who are the friends and the loved ones that you can rely on? Who are your actual cheerleaders? And how can you be a better cheerleader for yourself? Because if you're not supporting yourself, then who will? I'm having a lot of thoughts today. It was a combination of how rough today has been, the weather not being so great, it's getting late, I am probably going to be a little sleep deprived, but just wanted to turn the camera on and share this thought with you that life is just hard. We're going to make it through as long as you're alive. There's going to be a chance. Thank you for listening to my small rant, and come back to my next video topic on...
Let's go! It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over.